Welcome to the pharmacology course. I would like to walk you through the first sections of the course to get you started. This is the beginning under the modules here with the start, and then we have the course syllabus. I'm going to bring up the course syllabus to just show you a few things in there that might be different than you've had in other programs of study. The grading scale is here, and then there's another thing here about students must achieve at least an 80% exam average before any grades from other assignments are added to the final grade computation. So this as our department policy that requires students to attain 80% of the points earned on the exams before other assignments like your discussion board and other assignments and Prep U assignments are put in here. This is probably different than what you've seen in the past, and hopefully there'll be no one that falls within this category and that you keep your grades up for that. The other thing is in that course syllabus has the hours that's required for this course. It's a standard statement that's in all of our syllabuses at Madonna University and other universities too, of the time commitment. So please pay attention to that. This course is a lot of work, but it keeps within the amount of allotted time that we know it should be. On here you have things about the learning environment and preparing to do the Prep U. I'm going to open this up. Hopefully everyone has purchased the correct textbook and then has the point so that you can access the adaptive learning that's here. So you see the adaptive learning site here, and then each of the classes have a class code for you to enroll in. So each of your sections will have that, and you'll need to enroll in that and go on with the work for that. So a lot of the chapters have these assigned, and you'll see them within the modules for what you need to do for that. We suggest that you read the assigned chapter before beginning the work within the Prep U modules, and then make sure that if you don't know the answer or know it, very surely, that you should go back into the textbook to see the page from where that's at. It'll be very critical to your learning with that. The adaptive quizzing should really help you to know what's on the exam and the types of questions that we're going to ask. This course has 6 exams, so you must attain that 80% out of 6 exams, which gives you a lot of opportunity to pull up your grade and keep a good grade going for that too. Back to the modules. So this was the start key here. You see the course schedule that has some of the due dates in it, but that's also within the modules. You'll see also here your proctored exam calendar. And on here is the schedule for all of your classes this semester of when the exams are going to be taking place in that proctored environment. I'm sure you've been giving some information and have more information about that. This course is developed with 16 modules, and we have 2 modules worth of content before one exam. So in here, if you start with the introduction, you'll see some activities here. You'll see the module introduction and the outcomes. The reading assignments are here, so you see where to read those chapters. There's also a pharmacology study tips in here. These are tips that we've heard from other students and from people who take pharmacology courses on how to learn quite a lot of content and apply it to nursing practice. There's also some hints in there in the textbook itself about that, so please be sure to review that. Under here, there is different practice activities here. So these are some matching activities that you can do on different terminology. This first module has a lot to do with the different terms, titrate and absorption, excretion, the different processes. So these are ways for you to check your knowledge in a different way than just reading the book. This is a lot. Most of the modules have some kind of videos for you to watch too, and you can see that the length of this video is just 5.459 seconds here. So it's not a whole lot of time that's really needed to do this. But they have a lot of good information in there too. This is the discussion board, and you'll all be divided into different discussion groups. So you'll have a group of 4 to 5 students within the discussion to answer the questions. There's a discussion forum guidelines and small group discussions and the rubric in here, so you can see how you're going to be graded on that. You'll be working in small groups, and from that you'll be able to answer the case studies and make sure that you have a nice complete answer with that and be graded from that. It's similar to other discussion questions that you've had in other courses probably here. You should need to just use the textbook unless specifically asked to search websites for additional information. Sometimes we ask for patient teaching things from other sites and things like that, but really your book should pretty much give you enough information to answer the questions on there. This first assignment is a quiz rationale assignment, and on there you'll see the directions in there to get you in the habit of analyzing a test question and how to answer that question and where you get the rationale. So that would be within this first module that you'll answer an assignment like that. Module 2, we get into some of the drug therapies now, and this is, we start with the infectious disease chapters here. On this first sheet, there is the antimicrobials worksheet. I'm going to open that up. You'll see worksheets throughout this course that has some information on it. And then if there's darkened things, these are things because things are about the same for the other, for similar medications. But in here, you need to look up and make these notes your own. So you put in here the actions and the uses for penicillin G and V. Here, more about the adverse effects. So as you go through that, you'll see that there's spots for you to fill in some information. We've already filled in some of the information, but you'll need to fill out more than for that too. Note that on these pages are the medications that we're going to be asking about for testing purposes. The chapters have many other medications in them. We've kept with the prototype drug, which is the most common, or other medications, and we specifically will put on these drug worksheets the ones that you are responsible for. The chapters here, again, are to be read for that. Here's some other videos for you to watch, so there's lots of other things for that, so that you can learn this information not just by reading or looking at notes, but you can get some visuals too. This one's particularly cute about what causes antibiotic resistance on there, and some of the other ones have many good ideas on them. This is a discussion board for Module 2. There's a couple of case studies for you to answer when you're small groups. Module 2 begins our Prep U work, 18 to 22. So each one of those chapters has questions in there for you to do on Prep U. This is the adaptive quizzing. You need to get a mastery level 5 on all of the chapters that are assigned for this time. So when you go into the Prep U site, you log in, you will see the assignments and the assignments due dates. We have, I left it open for about 10 days for you to enter and then complete, and that's completing before we begin the next week, so that to keep you on track of what you need to learn there. Don't try to do all of these in one day right before the due date. This is to get you to go into the chapters on a daily basis and allow some time for learning to occur with that. Module 3 has to do with the exam, so there's an introduction to that, and there is the outcomes for that too. So this is Module 3. It'll tell you again the reading assignments to do for this one. Here's the Prep U assignments. We suggest that if, even though you've done the assignment for a Prep U to 5, many of the students find that going to the higher levels really cements the knowledge that they have of the pharmacology topics. Or just go back and pull up some quizzes and make your own quizzes and review the concepts in there again. Know that the questions from the exam will be similar to these questions. We take questions from many books, but they're all about the same, with the same types of content that we need you to know for this. Here in Discuss Modules 1 and 2, if you have any questions to the faculty, I want you to feel free to ask a question, and because others in your section may also have same questions about content or clarification. So use this here as another resource to answer a question for everyone to see the answers with that. And as you see, all of the modules then fall in this type of format then. So if you start at the beginning, you'll see all of them follow a similar piece here with the introduction, something to download and read, watch, and then discuss. You should be well prepared with succeeding in this course. Please contact your course faculty if you have any more questions. You have the support for Canvas if you need any information with that. There are Prep U numbers if you're having some technical difficulty with accessing the content there too. So good luck, and we see you in class.